What's going on, guys? Aldrin Estacio here with FlytPath.com. In this video, I want to quickly talk to you about the long exposure 4-pack by Freewell gear for the DJI Mavic 2 Pro and Mavic 2 Zoom. Now, if you guys are new to my channel, I do a lot of drone tips, tutorials, product reviews, as well as vlogs that talk about a lot of my photography. So if that's something that interests you, please consider subscribing down below. So Freewell Gear sent me this long exposure 4-pack for the Pro as well as the Zoom. Now, if you guys haven't seen my previous video, make sure you guys watch that one. I actually go through step by step on how I properly choose the right long exposure filter to use on my Mavic 2. Now in this video, I just want to quickly open up the long exposure 4-pack and just install them onto the Mavic. I'm not going to go into too much detail exactly what the long exposure ones do. Like I mentioned, make sure you guys watch my previous video on that one. But I did want to try these on, make sure the fitment was correct. And they did send me two separate packs. One is for the Pro and one is for the Zoom. Now this is a long exposure 4-pack for the Pro and the Zoom, and they both have the same strength. They both have the ND128, 256, and the 400, as well as ND1000. These really dark style filters will give you a 7-stop reduction all the way up to a 10-stop reduction with the ND1000. Now, I believe Freewell Gear also has an ND2000. The links to these products, of course, will be down below in the description, so make sure you guys check that out if you want to see a lot more detail about each one of these filter sets. Now, I currently just have the Mavic 2 Pro right here. I do not own the Mavic Zoom. So, of course, I'll be giving these away to a lucky winner. So make sure you guys comment down below. Now, the great thing about these 4-packs as far as having a range from 128 all the way to 1000 is that it allows you to now shoot in bright daylight in multiple weather environments. So if you're shooting in a very, very bright day, you're just going to have to put on an ND1000 in order for you to get a little bit longer exposure. And if you have a little bit overcast day, you can do something like a 128. And like I mentioned, make sure you guys watch that previous video as I show you step by step on how to dial those in. So both sets come with this nice little plastic carrying case right here, and all you have to do is press in the middle and pop it open on the side, and it opens up just like that. And as you can see, here is the 4-pack of ND long exposure filters for the Mavic 2 Zoom. Now, to install the filters is pretty straightforward. All you have to do is make sure that your drone is off. You want to flip it over onto its backside. And then to remove the factory lens on the Mavic 2 Pro, all you have to do is carefully hold and support your camera and gimbal. And with these corners right here, you want to push in and turn counterclockwise to then loosen and then remove that factory lens here. Now, after you remove that factory lens, you're going to now want to choose which ND filter you're going to use out of the 4 strengths that they have here. Now, if you really want to open up that shutter speed for a lot longer of a period of time, you're going to want to choose a darker filter. And if you wanted to open up for a short amount of time, you're going to use a little bit lighter one. Now, of course, you want to base this off of having the right exposure first and foremost. So like I mentioned, there's a step-by-step video on my last video about ND filters. Make sure you guys watch that one. I show you step-by-step on how to dial in and choose the proper filter strength to use, depending on how long of a shutter and how long of an exposure you want to get in your photo. Now, just to check the fitment of these, I'm going to just test it out with the ND256 here. And all you have to do to put this on is that you want to make sure that these little clips, there's the 4 clips on the back of the filter. You want to make sure that it's sitting properly onto the camera first. And you're going to lay this on top of the camera counterclockwise first. And make sure that all around it is flush with the camera, that the filter itself right here is flush with the camera all the way around. And once it is just like that, all you have to do is support the camera, press down and turn it clockwise, just like that. I'm actually all set up right now. I'm actually going to be using the ND400 because it's a little bit of a hazy morning. I'm going to shoot right above this little cliff area here, and there's water over in that area over there. But as you can see, or can't see, it is a pretty kind of hazy day. So there it is, guys, just some sample photos I was able to take with my long exposure 4-pack for the Mavic 2 Pro. And like I mentioned earlier, I actually don't have the zoom, so I will be giving this 4-pack of long exposure filters away to one lucky winner. Now in order to win, it's pretty simple. All you have to do is, of course, like this video, make sure you're subscribed to my channel, and head over to my Instagram page and like the photo I'm pointing to right here. Make sure you type in hashtag YouTube in the comments below that photo, and I'm going to pick a winner out on October 31st. Don't forget to watch the video right here on the left. This is the step-by-step video on how to do long exposure photography and how to pick the right filter. And on the right here is a playlist of all the filters for other Mavics as well as Mavic Air and Spark. Make sure you guys check that out. This is Aldrin Estacio with FlytPath.com. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.